Good morning, everyone. Welcome into North Dakota today, where it is time to get North Dakota nice. We have blog author Amanda joining us as per usual. It wouldn't be Monday without her. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Of course, I'm excited to learn about all of the kindness happening around our region. And I think we're talking glitz and glamour up first, right?
We sure are. It is prom season.
Ooh.
And so prom, okay, so I went to the prom in like the 1600s where it was, you know, the corset. Things have really changed over the years.
Oh, yeah.
It's so expensive. I mean, I'm sure you two know it's so expensive.
Yeah.
And so there are all sorts of organizations and businesses and people around North Dakota who are helping kids be able to live their prom dreams in an affordable way.
Yeah.
So I want to talk about two of them
Yeah.
today. So one here in West Fargo and one in Grand Forks. So what you're seeing on the screen here is a business in Grand Forks, a women's clothing store called Northern Roots Boutique, and they have a thing called Project Prom. It's their first year doing this. The owner, Kay Derry, said she's been thinking about it for years, and she finally was like, this is the year. So she put on Facebook and said, here's what I wanted to do. I put it to her friends and customers and said, here's what I want to do. And she figured she'd get 50 dresses. And of course, she got nearly 200 and 3 suits.
Yeah.
She said that not only have they got all these great dresses for kids, and it's 100% free, no questions asked. You don't have to show a need by any means. She said they have so many beautiful gowns that they were able to use some of them for the School of the Blind had an event, and were able to give some of the kids dresses for that. And I said, what's the best part? And she goes, watching these kids come out feeling beautiful is just the absolute joy of the whole thing. Okay, and so I'm going to put this on my website at ndnice.com, but she is giving out dresses right now, and then this next group is also giving out dresses.
Okay.
So you can get all the details on my site.
Yeah.
Okay, so the other one, sorry, is in West Fargo, so Cheyenne High School.
Yeah.
They are doing it for the school. The counseling department thought, we're going to help. So they put it together. This is their 3rd year, and they have 500 dresses and suits. Do you know about this?
We've had them on.
Oh my gosh.
To kick off the shop. But no, it's
Really?
worth, it's worth spreading the word all over again, because all you want as a student is to look and feel your best.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, she said Northern Roots had this, and so does Cheyenne, where they have students that in Northern Roots they had a family come in where only one of the kids was going to be able to go to prom if they had not gotten a free dress.
Yeah.
And same thing with Cheyenne. They had a mom who was had been ill, medically ill, and had 3 daughters, and so they got all 3 daughters got dresses, and one of their dates got a suit.
Yeah.
And so it is wonderful. As you already all know this about Cheyenne. I must have been behind the times on North Dakota.
That's
Today.
okay.
Not
It's
knowing.
worth spreading the word all over again.
That's right.
Don't you worry.
So we're gonna make sure all these kids look beautiful. As a mom, I tell you, I heard these things about these kids walking out with these big smiles, and I'm just like, I want these kids to walk out with big smiles all the time. So there you go. All right. Oh, and I'm sure they might have talked about this, but they're always looking for 00 sizes and 0 sizes and 16 plus. So if you have stuff, I mean, like I have a lot of 90s dresses. They're back now. I'm gonna look.
Yeah. It's vintage.
It's vintage.
Yeah, that's what the rave.
They haven't been worn in 25 years, so it's time to bring them back.
I love that. No, that's incredible.
Okay.
Next.
Let's pivot.
Yes.
There's a woman named Nicole Kringstead. She's from Grand Forks. She is writing a book called Unique Eats and Eateries about restaurants in North Dakota.
Ooh.
And here she is. So she is traveling around. She does it 100% under the radar, and she just tries to sneak in. And I wanted to tell you about her experiences briefly because she's just had a great time, and she's been obviously the recipient of a lot of North Dakota Nice, starting small of just great customer service, people holding doors, and these small towns kindnesses. But she said also she's paying for this whole book on her. I mean, she's paying for all the travel and the research on her own. So she does a lot of couch surfing, and she was going to Western North Dakota, and she thought, she put on Facebook, like, does anybody know anybody's room I can stay in? And she said she had so many offers for rooms and space. She said it just warmed her heart. She felt so good. And so I said, what's the most interesting thing that you've learned so far besides? She goes, well, because people being nice in North Dakota is not
the big
unique.
shocker here. Yeah.
And she said, what's really unique is just how many diversities there are in food. She said, people really do not need to go outside of the state. You can get Filipino, you can have Thai, you can have these hole-in-the-wall, she found these hole-in-the-wall Mexican restaurants, all sorts of different types of food. And she said everyone is amazing. She'll go home to her husband and say, I can't believe more people don't know about this.
Yeah.
So in September, her book comes out.
Okay, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
I need to read this.
I know. So she also has a Facebook page, and she does talk a little bit about some of the places she's been.
Okay.
So yes, you can see great food pictures. But I also have had that where husband and I like to go to small towns and eat. And
Who doesn't?
I know, yeah. And I'm a ranch dressing connoisseur, so like I go in and I hard judge ranch dressing.
Yeah.
And so
Because each restaurant is different, and it's different than the one that's at home.
exactly, and there's Gross Ranch. I'm sorry. So I'm not writing. I should write a book called Gross Ranch. So
#1 seller immediately. Half of our audience is like, yes, we need to know the ins and outs.
Of the worst ranch you can get.
Yes.
So yeah, I totally believe it. I'm into it.
I love that. Okay, and then how do we read your blog? How do we submit our ideas to you?
Yes, thank you. So please send me your favorite people to northdakotanice.com or NDNice, and you can find me on Facebook and Insta too.
Yay! Well, thank you so much for coming on this Monday morning.
Thank you so much for having me, as always.
Yes, love it every time. All right, stick around. Plenty more coming up right here on North Dakota Today.